In a world where heart disease silently claims more lives than any other condition, there exists a simple daily habit so small and so effortless that most people overlook its power. In less than 5 seconds, without equipment, supplements, or expensive treatments, this habit begins to strengthen the heart, calm hidden stress, and support healthy circulation. Every morning, while the world rushes into chaos, those who practice it take a quiet moment that transforms their entire day. It is not about dramatic lifestyle overhauls or impossible routines. It is about reclaiming control in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Science has uncovered that these few seconds, repeated consistently, can have profound effects on blood pressure, arterial health, and energy levels. For years, it has been a quiet secret among health experts, but now the truth is coming to light. It is fast, it is free, and anyone can start today, turning each morning into an opportunity to protect the very organ that keeps them alive. The heart beats more than 100,000 times every single day, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell in the body. When it is strong and balanced, energy flows freely, the mind stays clear, and the body feels light and capable. But when the heart is neglected, even in subtle ways, small signs of trouble begin to appear: fatigue that lingers no matter how much sleep is taken, swelling in the hands or feet, shortness of breath during simple activities, and quiet spikes in blood pressure that go unnoticed. Over time, these small warning signs build into serious conditions that often go undetected until it is too late. Modern lifestyles filled with stress, processed foods, and long hours of sitting silently burden this vital organ, forcing it to work harder every year. Yet the human heart is remarkably resilient when given the right care. By making small, intentional choices, the damage of years can be slowed, halted, and even reversed. Heart health is not just about preventing illness. It is about living fully, with the energy and vitality to do the things that bring meaning and joy. When the heart is strong, every other system in the body thrives, from the brain that relies on steady blood flow to the muscles that depend on oxygen to perform even the simplest tasks. Those who choose to protect their hearts now are not just adding years to their life, but life to their years. It begins with a simple action that takes no more than 5 seconds but has a profound effect on the heart and circulatory system. This habit does not require expensive equipment, supplements, or complicated routines, only a brief moment of mindfulness and consistency each day. It involves a deep, controlled breath followed by a focused stretch that activates blood flow and reduces hidden tension in the body. As the lungs expand fully, oxygen saturates the bloodstream, easing the strain on the heart and allowing it to pump more efficiently. At the same time, the brief physical movement awakens circulation, sending fresh, nutrient-rich blood to tissues that have been stagnant during hours of rest or inactivity. Practiced first thing in the morning, this ritual sets the tone for the entire day, calming the nervous system while energizing the muscles and mind. Over time, this small daily act builds resilience, supporting lower blood pressure, improved arterial flexibility, and a more stable heartbeat. It is quick enough to fit into any schedule, even on the busiest mornings, and powerful enough to create measurable improvements in cardiovascular health when done consistently. The science behind this 5-second habit lies in its ability to optimize circulation and oxygen delivery almost instantly. When the body takes a deep, intentional breath, the lungs expand to their full capacity, allowing more oxygen to enter the bloodstream. This oxygen-rich blood is then pumped more efficiently by the heart, reducing strain and improving the elasticity of the blood vessels. The simple stretch that follows the breath stimulates the muscles and signals the vascular system to increase blood flow, helping to flush out toxins that build up during periods of stillness, such as sleep or prolonged sitting. This combination of deep breathing and light movement also lowers cortisol levels, reducing inflammation and easing pressure on the cardiovascular system. Over time, the body responds to this habit by maintaining steadier blood pressure, improving the flexibility of arteries, and strengthening the heart muscle itself. Even though it takes only seconds, this daily reset creates a cascade of benefits, enhancing not only heart health but also overall energy levels and mental clarity throughout the day. In cities and towns around the world, people who once struggled with fatigue, high blood pressure, and constant stress have discovered remarkable changes simply by committing to this 5-second habit each day. A middle-aged teacher who had been battling early signs of hypertension noticed her morning headaches disappearing within weeks, and her doctor confirmed her blood pressure had returned to a healthier range. An office worker who spent long hours seated at his desk shared how the habit brought a surprising surge of energy, allowing him to focus better and feel less drained after work. Even older adults who believed their heart health could only decline with age have reported steadier heart rates, improved stamina, and a newfound confidence in their daily routines. These transformations are not isolated miracles but a reflection of the body's natural ability to heal and thrive when given consistent, small moments of care. By making this habit a quiet ritual in their mornings or throughout the day, people have found that it not only strengthens their heart but also reshapes the way they approach their overall well-being, proving that a few intentional seconds can truly change the course of their health. He begins by setting his posture, placing both feet flat on the floor, lengthening the spine as if a thread were gently lifting the crown of the head, and relaxing the jaw and shoulders so the chest can stay soft. One hand rests lightly on the belly to feel movement, the other can stay by the side or on the lap. He sets a quiet intention to slow the breath, then closes his mouth and inhales through the nose for a steady count of 5, guiding air low and wide into the ribs so the hand on the belly rises first. Without forcing a pause, he exhales for a smooth count of 5 through the nose or softly pursed lips until the belly falls and the ribs settle. That single 10-second cycle is the habit. He repeats it 6 times for 1 minute or 18 times for 3 minutes, letting the breath stay silent and effortless. If tension creeps in, he shortens the counts to 4 in and 4 out, returning to 5 when comfort allows. If stress is high, he lets the exhale be a touch longer, 5 in, 6 or 7 out, to engage the body's calming reflex without strain. He times these microsessions to anchors he already has: 1 minute upon waking before checking the phone, 2 cycles before each meal to steady appetite and digestion, 3 cycles after difficult emails, and 5 cycles in bed to cue sleep. He watches for gentle signs of change: a softer heartbeat, warmer hands, a looser neck, and a quieter mind. If dizziness appears, he eases the depth, keeps the spine tall, and continues with smaller breaths. As the practice becomes familiar, he pairs it with a brief shoulder roll or a slow neck turn between cycles to release residual tightness, always keeping the breath slow and even. By keeping the steps simple, repeatable, and tied to daily moments, he turns a single 5-second inhale and 5-second exhale into a reliable circuit breaker for stress that supports his heart every day. He realizes that waiting for the perfect moment to start is just another way of putting off what his body is already asking for. Every day of hesitation allows silent stress to keep building, silently straining the heart and draining energy without obvious warning. He understands that the power of the 5-second habit is in its simplicity and its immediacy. It doesn't need special equipment, a quiet room, or a long block of time. The breath is always there, ready to be used, whether he is at his desk, in the car, or standing in line at the store. He knows that small, consistent actions create the strongest foundations for long-term heart health, and that one decision to start now could mean fewer risks and more strength in the years ahead. The urgency is clear but not overwhelming. It is an invitation to take control, to replace inaction with a practice that takes less time than scrolling through a single message. He understands that change doesn't have to be dramatic to be powerful, that beginning in this moment turns the habit from an idea into an anchor, and that each slow, steady breath is an investment in a calmer mind, a stronger heart, and a more resilient life. He feels the quiet strength of knowing that something so small can create such a powerful shift in his life, and the realization settles in that protecting the heart does not have to be complicated or time-consuming. The 5-second habit is a gift he can give himself every single day, a reminder that health is built not in massive leaps but in steady, intentional steps. He understands that every morning, every pause during the day, every moment of calm breath is an opportunity to strengthen his heart and steady his mind. Now is the time to choose action, to stop waiting for the perfect schedule or the perfect plan, because the habit is already within reach. By sharing this with others, by encouraging friends and family to try it, he becomes a quiet force for change, spreading the possibility of better health with nothing more than a moment of intention and a few seconds of stillness.